So, like, they'll all become exposed to it. Like Antoine Dodson. I told you about Antoine Dodson. You know, well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's telling your people up, trying to rape them. Yeah. So howdy kids, howdy wife, howdy husbands, because they're raping everybody out here.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Someone said that there's like one of the waitresses at work was saying there's an app on your phone or something, or like every time you call someone, that's like what they hear or something. I don't know how, but every time her boyfriend calls, she hears it.
Dude, that's kind of funny.
I think all that shit is like...
Dude, it's grim as hell, though, because here's the thing. This girl was nearly sexually assaulted, and people have made sort of rap songs about, you know, how he's climbing in your window, snatching your people up. And, like, it's weird because she was a near sexual assault victim, but they're getting a mass amount of money. The main guy who said that has his own YouTube account. They've come to some money. They have an actual house now. He's wearing glasses and a vest. And he was just giving an update on the family and the situation, but he was sort of dropping things in from his YouTube video. So it was like, we still haven't found that, you know, so, you know, continue to hide kids and hide wives, you know, because he's still at large, raping everybody out here. You know, we're still looking for him, so you can run and tell that, homeboy. And I'm just like, dude, you don't, that was your sister, like, don't do that. Like, come on, man, that's a serious topic. It's grim as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
It is pretty fucked. Like, the dude, internet's fucked up.
See, like, all this shit too is on there.
Is it really? I'm not familiar with the Wells area, that's the thing.
Giant S or something. It's pretty fucking shit.
I don't even know what the kids in Wells are like.
I've come to find out that all the kids around here are exactly the same.
Really?
They're just varying levels of poor. Like, there's one house, like, down the street, it's like the shack.
Yeah.
It's like, was her best friend growing up.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, there's some differences in, like, what's accepted and what's not accepted.
Yeah.
They're basically the same kind of kids. Like, they just get, I don't know. Like, the kid, her boyfriend kind of reminds me of me, but a white trash. Like, he does a lot of pills, like, but he's smart. He's a real smart kid. Like,
yeah.
He'll probably own his own garage. Like, he won't be the guy who works in the garage. He'll be the guy who, like, Roy.
Aren't we? I'm pretty glad that we're not white trash.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It feels good, man, not being white trash. It feels good to be, like, able to articulate yourself.
Yeah. And just the knowledge that you have the tools to do whatever you want.
Yeah, they will always be laborers. There will always be, like, opiate-addicted restaurant workers. But you could be a microbiologist. I could do whatever.
Dude, the dad said that if you're a biochemist, you could work in a brewery. And some of the guys in the press room were like, we have biochemists who work in the brewery.
Yeah.
And as soon as pot becomes legal, you're gonna fucking need biochemists.
Hell yeah.
That shit. I would dedicate my entire life to marijuana.
Dude, I would dedicate my entire life to marijuana. That's a fact.
Like, why not? The guys who work on the Sam Adams commercials, they look like the happiest people on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
They get beers during work. Like,
that's great though. Like they're just in love with their sort of beer and their craft and stuff. And like that's why I think I'd really like growing, because like I helped construct this. But being a biochemist, that's even more innovative than like an actual sort of like grower, you know?
Dude, it's all so
deep. It is.
And I know it sounds retarded, but I think there's so much in weed that we don't know about.
You know what? There kind of is a little bit. Did you know that like our cannabinoid receptors are there because of like some goofy ass sea anemone back in the day, and every animal with a vertebrae reacts to cannabinoids?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, fact, dude. Saw like a little bit of a documentary about it. Kind of neat.
The University of Virginia had a bunch of different mice inflicted with brain, lung, and leukemia.
Yeah.
Cancers, and the tumors like were largely reduced in size after being exposed to marijuana.
Yeah. Dude, like, I wish the government would just do like a hard study on it. Just like do a study.
Yeah, because you know you'll find.
But the thing is, I want it to be like, I don't want it to be like a bullshit study, like, you know, you throw a monkey in a room with billowing marijuana smoke and fucking dies for some reason.
Yeah, I've heard that shit too. And
yeah,
I hate people who get in that lane. It's like, it merges and they just like try and cut.
Like, why? Like, who cares?
That's crap. But yeah, I know. If they did a real study, that's why they don't do a real study, because they know. I don't see. It's just such bullshit that it's not legal because of something so stupid as like paper pulp versus hemp.
Yeah, that shit was retarded. Absolutely.
And it's like it's just so ridiculous that there used to be a time in American history where you could do that. You could just say like, no, I'm rich. This shit's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, you could still do that.
Kind of retarded. I would like to think that the American people have a little more, information age, like...
The thing is, like, they don't, because the, like, big pharmaceuticals or whatever, they, came close to a cure for, like, diabetes, a cure for, like, a lot of different conditions that are now incurable. But the thing is, Big Pharma was just like, well, yeah, but cures aren't profitable. Insulin, needles, and, like, that shit is. So, yeah, so we're not going to fund that, so fuck you.
Yeah, it's messed up.
No, that is messed up. Like, why would you even do that? Like, what's wrong with your society?
Do you think that the guy, you know what I mean, wouldn't you want to make the cure because that's who's going to have bank? Like, the guy who fucking cures it is going to be the famous one?
Yeah, like, the thing is, if you come out with a cure... Actually, I don't know how cures work. I don't know if, like, you could have a cure for a disease and have one company market everything. You could do that for vaccines. There are different manufacturers of vaccines, at least. Like, Fluzone, that's one particular brand of, like, flu vaccine with everything in it. I don't know if it's the only one. I don't know if that's, like, a particular branded product or not. Brand generic is so fucking stupid. Like, I hate it when bitches are just like, well, like, the generic doesn't, like, work as well. I need the brand. And it's just like, okay, you don't need the brand. That's fucking psychological. Like, it's not like canned tomatoes, man. Branded medication and generic medication work exactly the same. It's just as cheap. It's like by law. Well, the thing is, people can have a medical reason for having brand name medication. If they're...
Some generics are kind of, like, I know with, like, speed, some generics are shitty. Like, it's a bigger pill and, like...
Well, I mean, that's just, like, a different manufacturer. Like,
yeah,
and it could, like... The thing is, like, it doesn't really differentiate. It has to be, like, 1 milligram of alprazolam for Xanax. Or, like, that has to be, like, 500 milligrams of metformin, no matter what brand. But the thing is, when you get to, like, anticoagulants or something, or, like, not anticoagulants, like warfarin and shit, blood thinners, and, like, thyroid medication, you really need to take the same manufacturer nearly all the time, because then it can vary to a point. But other than that, like, truthfully, it's not that big a deal, and it's kind of psychological.